Hello and welcome back to Edbet Leadership. In this brief episode, I'll be looking at another misconception about leadership, and that has to do with servant leadership versus soft leadership. People often mistake servant leadership for softness, but some of the strongest and most impactful leaders I know are the most humble. They lead with backbone and heart. Now, let's redefine what serving really means. When people hear the word servant leadership, they often imagine being a pushover, saying yes to everyone, avoiding conflict, or being endlessly accommodating. But that's not servant leadership. That's surrender. True servant leadership is about using your authority to empower, not dominate. It's about leading with humility and clarity. It's strength under control. At its core, servant leadership reverses the traditional power model. Instead of people work for me, the mindset is I work through people to achieve purpose. I'm always looking for how to serve people and to get the best out of them. It's a mindset of I occupy an authority position to serve and not to be served. I heard this from one of my mentors, the great John Maxwell. He said he's always asking the CEO of his several companies, how can I serve you? How can I serve you? What do you need me to do? And he tells this very interesting story. He was dining in a restaurant with some of his executives when a lady approached him in awe, having recognized him as John Maxwell. And she came up to him and introduced herself and said, I work for you, and mentioned the company. John Maxwell replied, no, you don't work for me. I don't have slaves. We work together. I serve you and you serve me. And he asked her the question, how can I serve you? You have your 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. How can I serve you? You see, it's not self-sacrifice for its own sake. It's service with direction. The goal isn't to make people happy, but to make people grow. And it takes courage to serve. It means choosing empathy over ego and purpose over pride. It means listening when it's easier to command and empowering others even when it threatens your own comfort zone. Great servant leaders create environments where people can think, take risk, and fail safely because they know that's how learning happens. When Satya Nadella became CEO of Microsoft, he didn't focus on control, he focused on culture. He introduced empathy as a leadership value, shifted Microsoft from know-it-all to learn-it-all, and encouraged vulnerability and collaboration. Under his servant leadership, the company's market value tripled, not because he was soft, but because he empowered others to perform at their best. Microsoft celebrated 50 years a few months ago, and it's reported that the founder, Bill Gates, was quoted as saying, he said, early on, we were speed nuts, staying all night at the office. It was hardcore. Satya has a natural ability to work well with lots of people, to tell people they are wrong in a nice way, and to let feedback come through to him more than I did. Gates also credited Nadella's empathetic leadership approach, contrasting it with Microsoft's earlier hard-driving culture. You see, adaptive leadership and servant leadership overlap in one critical area. They both prioritize growth over control. Servant leaders know that to move forward, people must face discomfort, and they support that process without removing the challenge. They don't rescue people from tough realities. They help them grow through them. So what are some of the ways to practice servant leadership? Ask yourself, am I leading to be admired or to make others stronger and more effective? Do I listen to understand or to respond? How can I use my authority to create space for others to lead? And these are my final reflections. Servant leadership isn't weakness. It's wisdom in motion. The strongest and most effective leaders are those who know how to serve without losing direction.